They'll think locally. In America, many people never make it to that next stage because they do things that they speak about things that only Americans can relate to, or only Christians can relate to, or only a small group of people can relate to what they're talking about. So when you're writing these speeches, make sure you're writing them for an international audience. Don't just talk about Christmas. What if I don't celebrate Christmas? Don't just talk about your something that only a small amount of people can understand. So make sure you have a broad topic that a lot of people will be able to understand. Everybody has a mom. You can never go on with talking about your mother. Everybody has a father, and if you don't have if for some reason you may be an orphan, or some reason you don't have a great relationship, you've had someone who's mothered you. You've had a mother figure. You've had a role model of some sort. So you can never go on with talking about mom in your speeches. But for those of you who are looking to compete in the future, make sure you have that international title, that international topic that everybody can resonate with. Boxing, still standing, perseverance, consistency, overcoming obstacles, breaking barriers. What is it? Queremos barreras. Say it, dígame. Queramos. Quebrando. Huh?
Quebrando barreras.
Quebrando barreras. I try. I know it's bad, but I try. So I talked about 3 rounds in my speech. I talked about dropping out of college 4 times. I talked about being married for 8 long, beautiful, amazing months. Yes, it's humiliating, but that's okay. And I talked about my journey with Toastmasters in 2015. That was the first time I competed, and I lost. And everybody can relate to loss, and we all can relate to failures, and we all can relate to trying at something that you're very passionate about and maybe not succeeding the first time. So that was a universal message that everybody could connect with. And then I came back around, and I didn't leave the audience at a low point. I didn't leave the audience depressed, saying, oh my goodness, she is such a failure. I came back around, and then I talked about how after dropping out of college 4 times, I finally went back and I graduated magna cum laude. That means at the top of my class. I graduated with honors. And then I talked about how in 2015, yes, I was defeated, but guess what? I tried again in 2018, and then I became the world champion. And then as far as marriage, I actually don't have a husband right now, but he's out there somewhere. But I talked about how I still believe in love. So when we're speaking, and when we're speaking to an audience of people from all over the world, we definitely want to make sure we're inspiring them. We're leaving them with a call to action. What was the call to action in my speech? The call to action was, even though life will sometimes knock you down, you have to learn, remember what you learned from those past experiences, and stay in the ring. That means never give up, basically. Easy, plain, simple, never give up. Now, all of us here today, I know we have our passions. Who's found their passion or their purpose in life, and you know it? That's many of us. That's many of us. So for those of us who have found our passion and have found our purpose, that's wonderful, because it takes a long time for some of us to figure that out. For those of us who didn't raise our hands, people who did raise your hands, let's do it again. Who has found your passion and your purpose? Okay, look around at the people not raising their hands. That means even though you found your passion, even though you found your purpose, you still have work to do. Because our goal is for next time I come for everybody to have their hand raised. So even if you feel like you've figured everything out and you've made it to the top of the mountain, you still have to look down and bring other people up. That's what it's all about. How can we uplift one another? How can we inspire each other? How can we bring out the best in each other? We all know that we have greatness within us, yes? We have greatness that lies within us. As humans, it is our job to tap into that greatness, to find it, and then to share it with other people, not just here in Sao Paulo, not just here in Brazil, not just here in South America, but all around the world. Someone may ask, well, how? How can I share it all around the world? Instagram is one way. If you're not on Instagram, then Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, LinkedIn. You just connected with everyone on LinkedIn. So share your messages, share your recognition, share your accomplishments, share those gifts with people from all over the world, because that is why we are here, to inspire each other, to lift up one another, to motivate each other. Why did I come almost 5,000 miles from Houston, Texas to Brazil? To do just that. To make sure you understand that something within you is bigger than what you can even fathom. It's bigger than what you can even conceive. And once you start tapping into that, you will know that you have no limits. You will know that you have no barriers. And if you had some barriers, you know that you can easily break them down. I kicked. However you kick it, punch it, tear it down. You have to continue to challenge yourself. And that takes practice, and that takes hard work. But once you continue to overcome challenges, it'll become second nature. That means you'll be used to it. That means as people, we know that we're going to be faced with challenges. At work, marriage, I know it's very difficult. My marriage only lasted 8 months. Of course I know it's hard. The next time I get married, I'm sure it'll last forever. But it takes, it takes work. You're going to be challenged every day in life. And then once you understand that, and you hold on to that idea that, yes, challenges are going to come, but you continue to knock down those obstacles, they won't even matter anymore. They won't even, you'll see an obstacle and you say, okay, that's an obstacle. I already know how to break that obstacle down because of the greatness that lies within you, because of all of the things you continue to overcome, because of your persistence, because of your consistency, because of your resilience. You kind of build up a tolerance for challenges. You build up a tolerance for things that don't always go your way. We can't control a lot of things, but we understand that the things we cannot control, we can maneuver around that. We can get through that. We can get over that. So whatever challenges you are experiencing today, don't worry about it. We worry too much. We worry about our family. We worry about our job. We worry, and we're stressed out. And we shouldn't be stressed out, because stressing out, it always evolves into some sort of dis-ease. We get sick. We're too tired. Something goes wrong, and we just panic, and we have a meltdown. It leads to depression. So you have to take the time to realize that everything you need is already within you, and you have to understand that challenges will come, but think about all the things you've overcome just in your life. Think about all the difficulties and the challenges that you've overcome up to this point. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not giving yourself enough credit for the tests and the trials and the tribulations that you've overcome already. Some of us didn't speak English a few years ago. That was a barrier. That was a challenge. That was an obstacle. But now you can converse with people from all over the world because you took the time and you had the patience to learn English. And that's very difficult. I'm having difficulties just saying obrigada. So I can't imagine how much strength and how much humility it takes to walk into a room full of people who don't speak the same language as you and put yourself out there and be transparent. But you did it, and I applaud that. And people who come from different places who move to a different country, that's a leap of faith. If you're not giving yourself, if you're not from Sao Paulo or you're not from Brazil, clap right now.